Good evening and welcome to Office Hours. I am the professor and today we're going to learn Ket phonology. Now, of course, it's important to know phonology in a language because otherwise we're not able to pronounce it. And Ket has some sounds that are a lot like English, but for some other ones, they're going to be very, very strange for someone who's only spoken English before. Maybe there are some, or maybe, if you're watching this, someone who's interested in learning Ket is maybe speaking some other languages too, so maybe you'll find some sounds in Ket that correspond with your own native language, whatever that may be, or other languages you speak. So to begin, let's look at consonants. Now, I'm assuming that everyone viewing this speaks English, since I myself am speaking in English, so let's look at mostly the ones that don't overlap with English. Now, as you can see, there are B, or B, and M, and S, and we have the voiced unvoiced pair t d, and this is the only such pair in all of Ket consonant inventory. Now let's look real quickly at L, or the L sound in Ket. Now, at the beginning of a word, can you see? We have kl, which is a small T sound followed by an unvoiced alveolar lateral fricative. And so intervocalically we have l, so it's this fricative but voiced. And at the end, of course, we just have this unvoiced fricative by itself without the T sound at the beginning. Velar sounds, both, I suppose, obstruents. We have k and ng, and engma here, as you can see. And in the uvular, as far as uvulars go, we have 3 allophones of k. I suppose that the Ket people like this sound very much because we have k, which is a stop followed by fricatized, a fricative sort of sound. Intervocalically, we have here a voiced uvular trill, which is a lot like the French R sound. So we should have something like r, r, r. And that word finally, of course, is simply very good. Over here with glottal, we have an H just like in English. And, we've looked, I think maybe you remember from our discussion of tones in Ket, you might remember glottalized tone. Now, this small glottal stop that occurs in this tone is not phonemic in Ket, so we're not going to have it written here. Moving on to vowels, let's look at E. Of course, here are our front vowels, right? E, and there are 2 allophones of E. We have E and E. So remember, for yes, right? A, our allophones are a, or maybe not a, we have ah. I should not say the English letter, but rather the phonemic sound ah, and ah is the first phoneme, ah is the second, and then this last one is way back in the back of the mouth, so ah. Good. Our back rounded vowels, we have u, and 2 forms of o. We have o and ah. Good. This should be this, or ah. Good. Alright, so back in the unrounded, we have this. Remember this one? This is like the one present in Korean that we looked at earlier. We have and it's sometimes written as an I with a slash through it. I maybe shouldn't have this in brackets, but is this sound. And then we have schwa here, which can be articulated as or and this is the same sound in English, up, right? Okay, very good. Now, we've looked at phonemes in Ket language now, so let's move on to an important lesson if you're a hunter in the Siberian wilderness, and that is animals. animals. So let's learn some animal names, shall we? Alright, good. So here are our flashcards. And now I think the first one, the first section, or a set of animal names that I would like to learn are the animals associated with traditional Ket shamanism. And if you ever are among traditional Ket people, this will be very important to know. So there are 5 traditional classes of shaman. Oh, here's my new research assistant. This is Simba, and he's been staying with us for a couple weeks. As a favor to his owner, who is a fraternity brother of mine. But all right, Simba, time to get off. Time to get off. Okay, good cat. Here's where was I? I'm sorry, I was so distracted by the cat jumping up. That's right, shamans. 5 shamanic totem sort of creatures. And the first of these is let's see, the bear, and so we have koi. And traditionally among the Ket were shamans who would take parts of the bear's body and wear them on their own. And these are bear shamans. Now, a variant of this, or a similar category of shaman, is the Kandiluk, which is a sort of creature that's like a human but with bear's claws. Or paws rather, bear paws. So we have koi, however, is the bear itself, and Kandiluk is like this mythological creature. Koi is bear. Very good. Another kind of shaman, and this was the most common shaman. Remember the word for shaman. Maybe we should go over this. Is sening. And if you're a woman shaman, you are senam. Good. This is the reindeer shaman. So the reindeer is in Ket say. And reindeer shaman is the most common kind that was found in Ket culture. Good. And the maybe it's important to look at the plural form, which is sittin'. Good. All right, the next kind of shaman is the dragonfly, and this is his totem animal, and is durned. So that's good. And then another very interesting category of shaman is a great mythological eagle-like creature that was called Dar. Okay, very good. And this is not a real animal, but it was a giant, supposedly as large as the sun, eagle that was in the sky. Now, let's move on from shamanic animals to real animals and of course bear and reindeer, these are real animals, but some more common everyday sorts of animals. So here's the word for birds, and this is kingasang, and remember, is plural marker, so I'm thinking singular for one bird must be something like kangas, but I'm gonna have to ask my professor about that. And tig is the word for swan. Tig. Good. Here's an important one. Button is is duck, and this word's the same singular and plural. Good. Tam is goose. Tam. And this is a larger bird, like a hawk or a raptor. It's kong. This is the kopkun. And one of the videos that I linked in one of my, I believe in my first cat video, actually has a section where there's an old lady telling a story about the cuckoo in this about this animal, the cuckoo, in cat language. It's very interesting, so you should take a look. And beat is loon. Good. So now we're done with birds. Those are some basic birds. So now on to fish, shall we? And word for fish is is. Good. Now this is a salmon, a white salmon that traditionally cat people can eat. So sui. Important for cat cuisine. Oster is sturgeon. That's the word for sturgeon. And here's the word for lizard. So moving on to little kind of creepy kind of animals, we have tusen, and the plural would be tusenang. Good. Tusenang, or tusen in the singular. Here's snake, tich, the plural being tigen. Here's a frog, uish. Fly is kaimok. And a generic word for a bug or especially a beetle is klamtor. Now remember, we have when we have an L sound at the beginning of a word, we always have a little T sound, T-like sound. So this is klamtor. Good. All right, moving on to mammals. We have cat is wolf. So cat. Coon is fox. And maybe this is in a regular pen. Maybe it's hard to read, but here is a Q, A downtone, and a Y. So kai. So and this is the word for elk. Is the word for sable. Base is rabbit. M is a flying squirrel, native to that part of the Siberian taiga. Good. Ut is a mouse, or a little mouse-like guy. And here we go. This is a good one. This is halatang kings. And what this literally means is the canvas-winged one. And this is a bat. Alright, now pets. So this is important. Pets is, and traditionally, the cat have only had one domesticated animal, and that is the dog. This is a very ancient word. Teep is the word for dog, and if we want to make this plural, it's an irregular. So we say top. So not teepeng, as you might expect, but top. Good. And so singular being, remember, teep. Now for cat, this is an interesting one because in cat language they didn't have cats at all. They had didn't need a word for it because they didn't have them until the Russians showed up, and at this time they just borrowed the Russian word, and the Russian word being koshka, but with cat pronunciation I think it would be something like koska. So good. So over in having just walked out of my room is up koska. Good. Okay, so there's I think enough for one video, and maybe you can practice phonology if you're following along, and if you're my professor, please give me any pointers that you can. And I think that this is going to be it for a few days. So until then, take care.